Hey there, welcome to the locker room. Coach Arias here. Today's message, good loser or good sport. Good loser or good sport. One day I remember as a young teenage boy, my grandmother hollering at me saying, you know, Simon, you're such a sore loser. Man, I tell you, I watch you and if you lose, boy, it's like the end of the world. You're such a sore loser. You got to start getting used to being a little bit better when you lose and and my grandfather stops in. He said, wait a minute. He said, listen, if you show me a good loser, I'll show you a permanent loser. Don't let this kid start getting used to being a good loser because you'll start to develop habits that make you a permanent loser. And then we went on to discuss the difference between being a good sport and being a good loser. So there's a difference. When you're a good sport, you just shake the hands of somebody. Maybe you win, maybe you lost, but you shake that person's hand or that team's hands that you were in competition with. Being a good sport is about respect and admiration for the craft or whatever it is that you're involved in, handling yourself with class. That's being a good sport. But don't get that confused with being a good loser. Internally, when you lose, something got to burn you up. Something has to mentally fuel you in your heart, in your gut, in your mind that says, this is not okay. I will not accept losing. I will not accept defeat. When you start to get the habit into your mind that, oh, it's okay that I lost this week. Oh, it's okay that I lost. And you don't get that burning desire in your stomach to win, to overcome, to fix that, because that's a major problem. Losing, major problem. To fix that, then you start to become getting the habits. You start to get the habit of becoming a good loser, which is not a very good thing. You can be humble. You can be a good sport, but let's not turn into a good loser. So what do we do here? What do we do when we start to lose? Because it's inevitable in life. If you compete, you will lose. So how do you handle it? I think that what we need to do is internally let it burn. Let it fuel you. Go back and look at what you did wrong. Look at what you could have done better. When you train, when you work out, when you're in business, when you're working, work a little bit harder, because in the back of your mind you have that feeling of losing. You know, I heard somebody say one day, listen, it's not that I just like to win. Yeah, I like to win. I enjoy winning, but I hate losing more than I like to win. I fear that feeling in my stomach. I fear loss. I don't like that feeling. So that's what drives me a lot. That's what drives me early in the morning, late at night, when I don't want to do things. When I choose to do things that are tough and difficult, it's because I don't want to lose. Carry that pain with you and turn it into a good thing. When you lose, let that fuel your fire more to practice your craft a little bit harder, to get up and get going a little bit earlier, to grind harder a little bit later, to dig a little bit deeper, to win the game of inches. So the next time when you're in that same situation, that same competition, because of all of that fuel that you were burning with because of that loss, you start to now become a winner. You win in that situation because of that loss. That's my message for today. Don't turn yourself into a good loser. Be a good sport instead, but don't get used to being a good loser, because if you're a good loser, that can possibly turn you into a permanent loser, and we don't want that to happen. If you follow some of these tips, we'll start winning. We can keep winning in life, and when you lose, you'll get back up and win some more. That's my message for today, gang. Thanks for joining me in the locker room. See you next week.